I mean, one of the most important things that we need to understand in our lives is when we're creating a goal or a mission or something that we are going towards, we need to have a clear understanding of what it is that we're actually trying to create. And we need to have a way to actively manage that in our lives so that we can consistently take action towards it without it fucking overwhelming us. Have you ever had it before where you had an idea, you've got a goal, you write down all the fucking to-dos, and then every day you're going, fuck, I didn't get all the to-dos done. And there can be a sense of depression that comes with that when trying to work towards a goal, when working in progress towards it, and not being able to celebrate along the way, not being able to feel the goodness of going towards it. Now, it's also one thing to have your goals and to have the things you want to create, like on the to-do list stuff, but are you really looking to create the to-dos? Are you looking to get the to-dos done, or are you trying to get a specific outcome or result that comes with it? Now, the best planning method that I've found, and I have looked at a lot of them, because I want to be able to plan my day out. I want to do it effectively, and I don't like sitting and writing in my journal all day long or in my diary all day long and getting all the to-dos there and out all the fucking time, and trying to figure out what's the most important, what's an A item, what's a B item, what is the best option for me to do, which one's the most important, which ones are not, and then it's just more and more to-dos. So what I found was Tony Robbins' RPM method. Now, RPM is like when you use this method, it's literally like revving up the RPM in your life, because you can get more shit done in the same amount of time, and it creates that momentum, that building, so that you're revving in your life at a higher rate without even worrying you at all. So RPM stands for result. The R is result. What are you looking for? What's the outcome that you're looking for? If you want to have a flash new car, why do you want the flash new car? Is it really that you want the flash new car, or is it that you want to be able to look good in this car? Or even better yet, instead of saying it like that, the P is for purpose. So the purpose of it, the why behind it. So say getting a new car, you go, all right, here's the new car. Now, why do I want it is important, because then you can write down the juiciness of that. Why do I want to create that in my life? Why do I want to have that car in my life? For me, for example, the result for a new car is to sell the bus, fix it up, sell it off, and buy a new four-wheel drive. Now, why do I want to do that? One, so that I'm able to take men out on the ultimate men's adventure. So I need a vehicle that is going to be able to tow a 3-ton towing capacity. It's going to need to be able to do proper off-roading as well. So the result that I'm looking for is a four-wheel drive that will be able to take me and the men that I serve out into the wilderness and support us for the time that we're out there. Now, why do I want this? So that I can create the safety for the men going out. So I can feel amazing about taking people out on these adventures, knowing that we are going to be supported by the equipment that we use. And another amazing why behind it is because I can. Because this makes me feel amazing. It makes me feel like I'm living on purpose. It gives me an opportunity to share the wealth that I'm creating with the people around me, to give people a sense that they are looked after by the vehicle that we go out in. Now, the massive action plan towards that one is to do the research into what vehicle is going to suit all of the needs and requirements that we need. So MAP, M is a map, a massive action plan, which is an action plan that's like, let's get this momentum happening. Now, this is the to-do list in a way. Now, the to-do list, though, is underneath the subheader of the outcome, because the outcome is the focus. It's the thing that we come back to. Does this meet that result of creating that safe space for men to go out in? Does it create that outcome of being able to have a reliable four-wheel drive that I know will support us in the process? It means that I've got more time to focus, more time and energy to focus on the men as well, as another why behind this. Now, the massive action plan, once again, understanding what finances we need for that, then bringing together those finances and going, do we want to put this on, and deciding, do I want to put this on a loan? Do I want to finance this vehicle, or do I wish to pay for it outright? And so just making that decision around it, and then being able to figure out how we can write that off as well, and our taxes, pre-tax dollars. What's going to be the best option for us going forwards with it? Does it actually make more sense to put it on finance and to be able to write that off over 3 years or 5 years instead of just the one big lump? So we'll look at that as well. Now, think about this in your life, right? If you have children, is your outcome to get them to do their homework, to get them to clean the dishes and brush their teeth? Or is the outcome to have a loving, fulfilling, joyous relationship with your children? If it's the latter, then that's where you can start to see how this works, right? If that's the outcome, to have a joyous, loving, present, fulfilling relationship with your child, then is screaming and yelling at them to get those things done actually taking you towards that outcome? Or is it taking you further from it? So on your map, on your to-do list, you might have they need to brush their teeth so that their teeth are clean, yada, 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 yada. Now, the thing with the to-do list, though, is that you can recalibrate at any time. You can keep coming back to, okay, does this meet the outcome that I'm looking for? Does this actually create a better relationship with my child? If so, great. If not, then it's like, cool, I'm actually here to meet my outcome, not to do my to-do list. Now, the why behind that with your children, it's like, why? Because then my child gets to feel loved. I get to feel like I'm a great father, a great parent in this lifetime. I get to support them in becoming all that they can possibly be. Now, therefore, that's the juiciness, right? The juiciness is going to be in those whys. What makes this fucking juicy that every single time you think about this outcome, you go, fuck yeah, this is what I want to create. And so this is really where it's starting to write down. It takes more time to write this down at the beginning, to get these things outlaid. What are the outcomes? What are the chunks? What are the areas of focus? So that your mind, because it can only pay attention to so many things at the same around the same time, or can only manage so many things, what we're doing is we're taking those to-do lists, we're chunking them into different areas of your life, so that you think, relationship, okay, then you come into that. What's my purpose? What's the outcome? To have a loving, present, fulfilling relationship where I'm supported and support my partner, or I feel supported and support my partner in any way that I can. Now, then you have the purpose. Why? Because it feels fucking amazing to have a beautiful relationship. It feels amazing to be supported. It feels amazing to step into all that I can be as a man. And then coming into your to-dos, right? Your map. What's the map to creating a relationship like that? Taking my lady out for dinner, sending her beautiful gifts, sending her just random voice notes, letting her know that I love her, asking her, what do you need right now? It might be taking her out for dinner. It might be going for a walk along the beach. It might be going and doing some activity together. These are the actions. But what if it comes to the day and you're about to go out and do this amazing day that you've planned, and then she tells you, hey, I actually am feeling like shit this morning? Then do you get frustrated and go, fuck, but this was the plan, this is what we were going to do, I had this all planned out, this great idea, oh my god, it's going to be ruined now because we're not going to be able to go because you're unhappy, or whatever it may be, right? Is that meeting the outcome? No. Cool. So you can let go of the to-do list, because now you can come back to the outcome, which is creating that fulfilling relationship. So therefore, you can eliminate a lot of your to-dos by focusing on the outcome. Another example of this in my life is creating an amazing safe space for men to express themselves and discover themselves. So there may have been plans that I had in place, but during the events, when we're there, I can calibrate, because what's my outcome? To create a safe space where men feel able and capable and safe enough to fully express themselves and to transform through that journey of self-discovery. So therefore, during the weekend, say somebody, I didn't mention to somebody, don't have your camera out, they pulled their camera out and started videoing one of the processes where somebody else felt unsafe. They expressed that to me, and I was like, oh man, I am not meeting my outcome because of the actions that I'm taking. So therefore I can instantly let go of the actions that I had and come and recalibrate, because the outcome is the constant focus in my mind. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, say yes. I know that this is just a video, but engage with me, my friend. Now, this is just a super simple overview of this, and I know this is getting to a long video, but the thing you need to do is to sit down and write out what are the core areas of your life that you need to focus on, what are the areas that need to have the big focuses, then writing down the why you want to create those in your life. I don't know what the heck is going on now with this, but it's going crazy. Now, writing down the areas of your life that you need to have focus in, okay? So writing that down, having that area of focus, which is chunking it out, right? So write down the major chunks that you need to focus on, and then in those areas, then write down the chunks within those areas. It's like a computer system, right? Where you have your folders. You don't have everything, all your things laid out on your desktop, you get too confused. So you have a folder, you double click that folder, it opens up, then there's subfolders, and then you double click that and it opens up. So it's the same thing with this process. You're creating the main folders, and you're gonna double click them, go into that folder. Okay, what subfolders, what chunking do I need to do? What subfolders do I need in this? Then set those out. Then double click on those, open it up, and then have your action plans, your whys, your results, everything that you need to create in that. So instead of having 70 or 80 or 100 to-dos, it then becomes some chunks. Then you're going to pick out the top 3 things each day that need to be done, and you're going to work towards those. And writing down your goals for the day, your results for the day, to be making progress towards those things. Not just, oh, I need this done by then. It's going, today I'm here to make progress. So that at the end of each day, you can go, yes, I've made progress towards it, by focusing on those core things that matter. If you have any questions about this, write it down in the video below. This is a huge subject, so I'm not going to go way over the top on it, but this has been one of the most powerful fucking things that I've ever done in my life, and it truly helps me recalibrate every single day, serves me in recalibrating, coming back to what is actually important today. So that the outcome is constantly in my mind as well, because where focus goes, energy flows. So wherever your focus is directed each day, that's where it's going to go. If you don't have your focus specifically laid out in front of you so you can look at it and bring that in, and bring that into your life for the day and consciously focus on it, then your life will be a reactive life, not a responsive life. So think about that. And if you have any questions, check them in the comments. And yeah, let's dive in, brothers. Let's make lives that fucking truly matter. Let's commit to creating a life worth living. Those that choose their lives are much more happy than those that have their lives chosen for them. Okay? Love, love, love.